But I didn't see him. So when I sensed that something, you know, like you can sense something.
Yeah, presence.
Yeah, I thought that someone was trying to rob me. I jumped. I was like, and he was like,
Gomena side. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have
Natay
on the channel, and we are going to be discussing unpopular opinions about Japan. Our opinion, guys. So don't come for us. And I'm gonna be leaving her link in the description box so that you guys can head over to her channel and ensure that you subscribe. I'll let her know that I sent you over there. Okay.
For sure.
Alright, so let's get into the video. The first unpopular opinion about Japan is some Japanese people aren't polite.
For sure.
Yeah, so it's like with the culture here, you're supposed to blend in, fit in, you know, and because of that reason, some people, they fake it. So they are not genuinely like good people, but you know, because the society, based on the society, you're supposed to behave a certain way, so you know,
Yeah.
they fake it.
I have had like so many experiences where a person has not been polite to me, or they appear polite, but then when you see their true colors, as Jamaicans will say, like, you're like shocked out of your wits. Like, the Japanese people will bully you, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I have had first-hand experience with teachers at my school that bully me.
You want to give an example?
An example.
Spill the tea.
Spilling all the tea.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right. So, you know, as a polite Japanese, maybe you approach somebody with respect, right?
Yes.
So if you're somewhat, I'm not going to say out of line, because at the end of the day we are foreigners and we're still trying to get used to the Japanese culture, so we might not do everything to their liking. So if we're somewhat behaving maybe not in the norm, a respectable Japanese, or what they seem to be, would be like, come over to you and, like, you know, calmly explain to you that probably don't do this, or
it's better to do that.
Yeah, it's better to do that, you know, in a nice, respectable way. You know, I've been at school, you guys, and they're having a ceremony. Mm-hmm. Not a graduation ceremony, I think it was like opening ceremony and stuff. Mm-hmm. And the teachers were sitting, right? And I was also sitting, but the thing is, I'm not gonna say fat, I am not fat, but I have thick thighs, right? So if I sit normal, like with just my feet, like my foot on the ground like this, it may appear as if I am flashing somebody, because my thighs are thick, it seems as if my legs are a little open. Okay. If you look down on me, like right now, if I have a skirt on here, it might seem as if people
your legs are open.
My legs are open because it's thick and it's not closing like their small, slim body. You know what I mean? Because I'm aware of that, I crossed my legs like this. Mm-hmm. You know, and that is just my way of ensuring that I'm not flashing people. You get what I mean? So I was crossing my legs, and the teacher came over to me like, Nagi sensei, that is not how we sit in Japan. That is not how we sit in Japan. Please sit properly. Please sit properly. Put your hand, like, put your feet down and like put your hands like this, like back straight, everything. So you can't slouch, you can't do anything. And I'm like,
what the hell do you think?
Okay. Mm-hmm. And as a matter of fact, I did not lose my cool, because it was my very first time at the school, because I moved recently. Mm-hmm. And I was just getting to know these people, and I'm like, okay.
So did she say it like loudly so that other people could hear? She's
a very loud teacher. I don't know if she was trying to draw attention or show me up, but she's naturally, because working with her now, like, oh my god, like, I know I'm loud, but she beats me. So she's loud, so I know that other person's here, and I know that other students were looking at in our direction because of just how loud she was. But I don't think she was trying to, like, you know, bring out the eyes. But trust me, that was like, I thought
you could have like nice. Just quietly come over and say, oh, you know, you should not be sitting like this.
Right, exactly. And I would be fine with that.
To know what you guys
I'd be fine with that. And the funny thing is, I see their peers slouching. So what is it about the ALT that you have a problem with, ma'am?
Okay, don't eat on my subscriber now.
Guys, I'm ignorant for them.
Okay.
But you're right. They're not nice. They're not polite as
Yeah.
people make they seem to be.
Yeah, and they're not friendly either. Like, can you believe I've been in Japan for almost 3 years now, and I don't have a Japanese, like, I can't say I have like a very good Japanese friends. I remember I work with Japanese people. I'm surrounded by Japanese people, and I can't say I have like one very good Japanese friend, because I don't.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show that this society is not like a welcoming society.
Yeah. I think like in Jamaica, we are friendly, but I'm not saying that to say like we just see each other on the street and like what's up or anything, but
Well, we kind of do that.
We do that?
Yes, like if you in the bus and you sit next to somebody, you might start like for my mother, my mother is like that. So like she would be talking to a stranger like she know them a long time ago.
Oh, I've never had that experience in Jamaica where, you know, like a stranger, like, you know, talk up to me like they know me from a long time. But strangers in general aren't afraid to approach you if they need to. Like, if you're having a nice stop, somebody will stop and say, you're having a nice stop. And because they said that, you know, you find yourself in conversations and, you know, you're exchanging them. And before you know it, you have a new friend. Here, it is, like, difficult to make friends. As a matter of fact, I don't even think they make friends with each other.
They don't. I don't think they do.
Yeah.
Because they don't even help each other. Like, if you see somebody struggling on the street, it's not, they won't even help you. I just feel like, you see, if one day, God forbid, I faint, I don't think there will be anybody there to help me.
They won't.
Because they just don't seem like that type of person.
They won't.
If they're going to work, their only focus is to head to work. Don't let anything distract me. That's their mindset.
That is true. Even their own, because drunk people on the train, you know, somebody sleeping or, you know, somebody having a difficult time on the roadside, nobody's gonna look at you. Yeah, that's their business. I don't care about you. That's your business. I don't need to help you.
But
on the contrary though, for me, I have met one Japanese person that has become my friend.
Okay, that's good. And since you moved or before? Before
I moved, when I was living elsewhere. But the trick in that is she has
been exposed?
Foreign experience.
Okay.
You understand me? So the person that you will find that you probably have a good relationship with are persons who have been foreigners in other people's country. But full-blown Japanese, no. Because that girl
exposed.
Right, so they're exposed. That girl, I was new to the particular place. I just got my job and moved, and I was on the mall trying to find KFC, and she saw me like just looking at the map, clueless, hopeless, don't know which floor I need to go on to find KFC, and she came over to me and like, can I help you?
She spoke
English.
Oh,
yes.
That's great. Yeah.
So, and then from there we developed a relationship. We went skiing together, all of those stuff. So
that's nice.
Yeah. But that's like the only Japanese person. And she's not in Japan anymore. She has moved to Australia. So as I said, these persons tend to have...
And that's the thing, you see, like persons who go off, well, based on what I have been hearing, people who go outside, like go to America or other countries, when they come back to Japan, it's like they can't function. They have to leave because they don't like the society or the society just close-minded and all of that.
So be prepared for that when you move here, guys. An unpopular opinion of mine is that, this has to do with teaching, by the way, is that you can make bag here. And by like Western people, we know what bag means, right?
Dough.
Like, some people think, oh, I'm going to Japan. Shmoney, honey. No. Alright? No. I mean, by Jamaican standard, yes, you make more as a teacher. Yes, you are. But you see those taxes, fam? Those bills, fam? They eat you up. And if you're not careful, you'll be here for 3, 4, 5 years. And you're still depressed because you're not seeing the money in your account that you're supposed to be saving for. Like, it's difficult. First and foremost, Sashoni, I have to like give you a little big up right here. So like big up yourself, because Sashoni is a hard worker, guys. Like, I follow her on Instagram and I watch her videos, and trust me, Sashoni works her butt off. You know, Sashoni does not rest.
I have a goal, guys.
Yeah, she works multiple jobs, and for that, I respect you, because I only have one job. And I don't think I could manage another. You know what I mean? But she's out here hustling. And I am sure you still feel some sense of, you know, like you have to be working so hard to achieve your goals. Like the money is just not
because
there.
It's like from a full-time job, that money goes into bills, you know.
Yeah.
But then I want to save, I want to travel, I want to do other stuff, so I need to have another job or two to sustain this.
So I always say over on my channel that what has helped me here in Japan is having a 2-income household, because my husband is also here with me and we only pay one set of bills, right? So you know, it kind of make it easier for us to like navigate through our savings. But other from our savings, we don't go out, we don't eat out, we don't have fun, we don't buy clothes, we don't buy shoes, we do nothing. You understand what I mean?
You need to live a little, you know.
I know, but then again, if I live a little, the goals are getting put on hold. You know what I mean? So every month it's a struggle between, okay, do I want to live a little or do I want to save this money so I can get out of Japan? You know what I mean? And it always comes down to getting out of Japan.
Yeah, because Japan is kind of like, for me, another unpopular opinion, which I didn't write down, but Japan is a depressing country. It's freaking depressing. Like, I've already spoke about this, but when I just came here, because I wasn't used to everything, it's like I just felt like I was getting depressed and I had to snap out of it. Because loneliness is also a real thing here, because when you're a foreigner here, you're isolated from your friends. So even if you have other foreigner friends here, more than likely they're not gonna live like close by. So you're all alone unless you're living in like a shared apartment or something like that.
Yeah.
You go home, you work with Japanese people, and you go home, you're by yourself. So you don't really have
I have
people.
no relationship with a Japanese person, so you're alone
at work. You don't even know what your neighbor look like.
Yeah, so you're alone at work and then you come home, you're alone again. Because even for us, we've made friends on YouTube for a long time, couple months, and this is the first time seeing her in person, guys. Like it's the first time.
We live like 2.5 hours apart. So
but we talk on Instagram all the time. Yeah. So you would find that like it's very
hard to meet up on the schedule as well, because a lot of Jamaicans here, they have like second or third jobs. So it's like if you want to go out, it's like somebody your friends probably don't have the time. So stuff like that. Yeah.
For real. Like I've never known mental health struggles and depression until Japan. Yeah.
And this society is like the suicide rate, it's crazy, and it has increased because of COVID. Because of COVID. So
I saw in the news that the numbers have increased, guys. And you know, even though it's a sad thing that people are committing suicide, it speaks to what we are saying, that this country is really lonely, even for the natives. You know, everybody's just in their own bubble, and if you're different, like you're committing a crime, and you know they freak out, and then the train line is just a way of escape. Sorry, but that's just it. Yeah, if I didn't have my husband here, I preach it all the time, like I would go crazy by now. I'm still crazy, but I mean, you know,
even more crazy.
Yeah, even more crazy.
Even crazier.
Crazier. More crazy.
Even crazier. Yes.
Definitely, guys. So that is another thing you need to watch out for sure.
My next unpopular opinion is that Japan is not 100% safe. So Japan is safe, but it's not 100%, right? So I feel safe going on the road like 1 o'clock in the night, to an extent. So like if I have like a big bag, or I have my phone, I have my purse, I'm safe in that regard. But as it relates to like being followed home, I don't feel safe, because there are lots of perverts in Japan that they do all kind of little questionable stuff. Questionable
acts.
Yeah, so like they'll take pictures of you so that they can go home and masturbate. They might follow you home and stuff. Just some crazy stuff.
To be honest, like probably I haven't had an experience where I would question the safeness of Japan. You understand? And we always say this, that our opinions are based on our experiences. You understand what I mean? So I've never had an experience where, you know, I met up with a creep. Well, one experience, which I don't know if Sashoni want me to
tell. Go ahead. I'm sure they, since you bring your brought it up, they want to hear.
So when I was living, like before we moved, there was this man. He knew like English words. He doesn't speak English at all. And I was on the phone the payphone at the station because I didn't
Use
have
payphone? Oh, that's another technology thing that we need to. Let me write it down.
Yeah, so I didn't have my Japanese phone just yet. So I was using the payphone at the station because some electricity thing, which I won't go into because that will take up too much time. But I was on the payphone, right? Just minding my business, talking on the phone. Apparently, there was this man watching me from outside, you guys. And while I was like, hung up the phone and I was walking to my apartment, which is like 5 minutes from the station, right? When I turned into my apartment, building, the parking lot to, walk to my door, this man stopped me. And he was like, hello, hello. I'm like, hello.
That's when you were at your door?
When I was like moving into my apartment complex, my parking lot. So this man was watching me on the phone, walking behind me to my apartment, and when he realizes that I'm not going to be no longer walking on the street, I'm actually going home, that is when he stopped me and he was like, can I have some water please? So the kindness in me, you guys, I was dumb and stupid. I was like, water, sure, right? So in the moment, no, I was like, no, this is not right. You cannot invite strangers, because I just got to Japan. I was a bit naive, to be honest. You know what I mean?
You lived alone at that time?
I lived alone at that time. And so I was at water, and then I remember, the lessons that your parents teach you when you're little. You just don't invite strangers into your house. And I was like, I don't have any water. I'm sorry, I don't have any water. And then the man proceeded to say, let's play sex. Let's play sex.
What the hell?
And I'm like,
so if you had invited him, maybe
into
he
my
would have
house,
forced himself on you.
Yes. And I was like, shit. The man was like, let's play sex. I am not kidding with you guys. So that is like the only instance.
So what happened after?
After I tried my best to brush it off. I'm
so
like, no.
Did you let him see where you went? Like,
no, I didn't let him see. I waited because I realized that this man is crazy, and I don't want him to know which apartment door to come and knock and provoke me. So I'm like, please go, like whatever the case may be. And he left. And shortly after that, Adam moved to that prefecture because we were separated at the time.
They don't know who Adam is?
No, he didn't know because Adam was not...
No, I'm saying... The people watching, they don't know who
I'm sorry.
Adam is her husband.
Yeah, Adam is my husband. So at that time, he lived in a different prefecture. As I said, I just got to Japan and just got a new job. So we were separated. So when he moved, I showed Adam the person. And so
you saw him?
I saw him again because it's as if he lived in the area. And I saw him again and I told Adam about the story. And Adam looked at him a certain way. And I said, the man walked fast because Adam was like mad. And I'm saying like, yeah, I never saw him again after that. But yeah, that is one instance I've had with pervertness. But apart from that...
Well, when they're drunk, they always say stuff like, but that man wasn't drunk or anything.
He wasn't. He was sober. He was sober. He knew what he was doing.
Okay.
And then I was just naive,
I can't believe.
Trust me, like my mother would be so disappointed. Because I was literally about to invite the man inside the house to give him water.
I don't even want him to see where I turn off. Like, I'm so paranoid, I don't want, because I'm a foreigner and I stand out, whenever I'm going home, I always ensure that I'm not being followed. And if I can enter my apartment without people on the road seeing me, I usually do that.
Trust me, like that was like a big mistake that I made. Like, I'm still disappointed in myself to this day. I'm like,
but at least they didn't let him in.
Yeah, so, I picked up quite quickly what this was about, but trust me, otherwise for me it has been safe. Like,
okay, well, that's good.
Yeah, this next unpopular opinion I think we've touched on while just talking, but I really think that Japanese persons are not zen, not calm, they appear calm, but in fact I think that they're really miserable inside. And
they have to put on this persona.
Yes,
they're perfect,
this
and
face.
They have to fit into the societal standards.
Yeah, they are afraid to make mistakes, and we see this even in the classroom with the kids. Like,
they don't want to try because they don't want to be embarrassed if they make a mistake.
Yeah, they don't like when they say something and you're like correcting them or anything. Sometimes even the teachers, the English teachers, some of them are scared to like ask you to correct stuff. I don't know if you've had this experience, but I've had an experience where the teachers are afraid to say, like, check this for me, or...
Well, I have because I work with about 9 teachers at my school. But because I have a big school, but I'm glad that I only have one school.
Yeah.
So like a few of them might come and say, oh, can you, like, if for example a student might write something like a sentence and you're not sure if it's okay, it's like natural way of speaking, then they might ask me if it's okay or stuff like that. And also like whenever they have the test, I usually review the tests and stuff like that.
Okay. I review a lot of papers, but I just realized that they are so afraid of making mistakes that they don't approach me comfortably. Might I say that? Comfortably. It's like always an awkward situation. The students too. Like if I'm like walking rows and columns, like checking, and I like slightly correct them, they're afraid to like make the correction immediately. It's like they're like, please don't tell me that I am writing something wrong,
Back to the teachers. There are some teachers who don't really talk to me unless it's work related, because I guess they don't wanna talk to me in English because they're not comfortable using English.
And then my thing about that is I don't want to talk in Japanese either. Cause
I don't know Japanese to talk to in Japanese.
Right.
But the thing is, you're teaching English, so
that's true.
I'm a foreigner. Just practice English with me, because
that's true.
I'm not gonna judge you, because it's not like English is your first language, and I know English is a very difficult language to learn, because I'm an English speaker and it's like what the hell?
And English speaker plus Jamaican, it's kind of difficult for us guys, to be honest. Like, I mean, I am all about showing like who I really am. Like, I am not on the internet trying to say, oh, I speak perfect English. I am Jamaican, and in Jamaica we mostly speak Patois, and to decipher between Patois and English sometimes is really difficult for me.
And a lot of times the Patois does slip out.
Yes, it just slip out. Like, you're talking English and then you say, oh, hi, how are you? So where you go? Like it's difficult to navigate. So I understand, and also I get that English is difficult for them, because we also try to learn a little bit of Japanese and it is hard. You understand? Because it's not our first language. So I can understand that it is hard for them to learn English because it's not their first language. But just be comfortable. Like, we're here to help you. We're LTs. Like, it's our job to help you. Like, you don't need to be afraid.
Back to the students. So I've noticed that when I correct my students, they always apologize. So like they're saying sorry. So I'm like, no, it's okay.
Really?
Like, really, why are you telling me sorry?
Really?
Yes, they
I've
do.
never
They
heard
say
that.
sorry. And I go, sorry.
Really? I've never had that. They always say like thank you to me.
Like they're apologizing
for making the mistake, which is very Japanese of them. They apologize a lot, but that's new.
Wrong with, that's why I'm there.
Right, exactly.
You don't need to apologize.
Wow, like that one is new for me. I've never heard of that.
They love to say sorry.
Yeah, for sure. Like, that is one of the things I've learned here too. Like, I'm always gomen na sign everything.
But when you're in the training, you need to get past people. These people don't say excuse me, and that's just they ain't polite.
You are right.
They just bore past you, and it's so freaking annoying.
You're right, and they would rather
you.
Mm-hmm. And that is another point that we also talked about Japanese not being polite. Yeah, because say excuse me, like some of the time I'll be walking and someone is riding behind me and I'm in their way.
They won't tell you excuse.
They will not say excuse. They will not ring the bell or something so you know that they're behind you.
And then they're gonna be behind you angry.
Yes.
I'm getting angry, and like you have eyes behind you. How the hell are you supposed to know that people behind you trying to pass you?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They wait until you like scuffle over, then you see them trying to bounce you, and I'm like,
and then behave passive aggressively.
Yes.
Like, how the hell you must
that
know?
happened to me just Friday at school. Like, I was standing at the bus stop, and another man was usually I'm the only one at the bus stop at that time of the evening, and another man was catching the same bus and he wants to look at the bus schedule, like when the bus is coming, and I was so close to the bus stop. The man went around me and he was like peeping at the sign, but I didn't see him. So when I sense that something, you know, like you can sense something.
Yeah, presence.
Yeah, I thought that someone was trying to rob me. I jumped. I was like, and he was like,
Gomena
side, and he was, and I'm saying, oh,
you should have just said that.
Excuse me. Like, it's ridiculous. Yes, it's ridiculous.
These people, they crack me up all the time.
Trust me, yeah. So as I said, guys, like the zenness, I don't think they're zen. They're very miserable inside, which the suicide rate really speaks to what we are talking about.
The next unpopular opinion of mine is that Japanese students are overworked. Yes, and I say this because before school, they have to go to school for club activities. After school, they have to stay for club activities. And then after club activities, they have to go to extra lessons, or what they call juku. And then when they go home, they have to do their homework. So when do these kids become kids? When do they act like kids? When do they get rest?
For sure. And that is a very difficult thing to kind of like understand, especially coming from our culture, because in Jamaica, when it's weekend, it is weekend, we are free. When it's holiday, summer break, whatever break it is, we are free. You understand what I mean? Here, as Sashoni said, the students are always working. They're always working. Like, some of the times they're in class and you see them, they're asleep. And even though it's annoying as a teacher to have your students sleeping in class, I do not bother them.
You see,
I don't try to wake them up.
If it's like one of the students that I know that they try, not one of the lazy ones, then I'll let them stay. But if it's like a lazy one, I might just tap under them, get up, you're too lazy. Because sometimes they are up playing games. Yes. So that is why I say the lazy ones, the ones that I know that they'll try, then I'll try and wake them up. Like tapping the desk. But the ones that I know that they are usually very good and they're probably just really tired at it, then I'll let them sleep. So. Yes,
that is true. Because I was in class and we're asking questions like, what time do you wake up? And one of the kids, this was a 6th grader, he said 3 a.m. I'm like, why do you wake up at 3 a.m.? He said he's playing games. So I said, okay, you better not sleep in my class. Because, you know what I mean?
But why 3 a.m.?
Yeah, because I mean that I don't even know. But some of the times too, even though you know they do that, some of the times I understand, because what other time really do they have to be themselves? True. You know what I mean? So if it means that I have to lose some sleep to play 1 hour, 2 hours a game just to feel like a kid, then they do it at 3 a.m. So sometimes I understand, you know what I mean? But some of them are really lazy, to be honest. But yeah, like the students are overworked, you guys. I cannot understand it. Weekend, they're old. They have
they have school on weekends.
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, on public holidays, they're still going to school. During like winter break, summer break, they're still at school. Even today when I was coming over your house, I saw a student in a school uniform. And if they're not,
this is a Sunday, guys. Today's Sunday. Yes, today's Sunday. And even if they're not going to school, they have some form of club activity or some tournament, some match, something that you know they have to do. So they're overworked. You guys, like, they're overworked, and that is one of the reasons I don't want to have kids in Japan.
Yeah, I would never. I always say if I get pregnant in Japan, God forbid, I am moving back to Jamaica.
I'm moving, definitely.
And worse like, I don't speak the language.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they can properly take care of me, like being pregnant.
Yes, that's true.
Plus the kid, I don't want my kid to grow up in this society.
Yes, that is very true, and that might be like a very biased thing to say about Japan, but my kid would not survive here. I wouldn't want my kid to be doing all of this.
Yeah, and we're in the school system, so we know. Because even sometimes, like when you're making lessons, remember English is a broad language. Like even us as English speakers, we don't really know all English stuff, English words, everything like that. So it's like when we're teaching, if the topic is X, we're supposed to stick to X. So we can't really kind of like deviate and touch on something else, because it's gonna be too difficult for the students to understand.
For sure.
So like stuff like that. Like I don't want my kid to be, dumb down.
dumbed down or, you know, being robotic, because here I don't even think they're even learning English, to be honest. They're like always repeating,
trying to memorize what is in the textbook.
Yeah.
The stories in the textbook, they have to memorize it.
Yeah.
And I don't see how, I understand like the writing system, like for example they have to write out the textbook in English and in Japanese. I understand that because we use alphabet and they use their katakana kanji or whatever.
Yes.
I understand that because they have to practice. But as it relates to like memorizing the stories, I don't think that's effective because they're just memorizing it. If you ask them a question from the story, they don't understand the story or the passage from the book to explain what is going on. So I don't see the sense of that aspect of it. But I just, you know, this is what they have been doing. This is what works for. This is what they think works for them.
Yeah, what they think. Because
I just go with the flow because this is what I'm getting paid to do.
Yeah, that is true. What you just said. Some of the times, like, I remember in class and the students were doing like a speaking test and they were supposed to introduce themselves. And the student was like, "My name is yada yada. I like yada yada. My favorite fruit is grapes." And the Japanese teacher told me that after each presentation, please ask one question based on what they said. So I decided to ask the student, "What fruit do you like?" Simple. The child just told me that his favorite fruit is mango. So me saying, "What fruit do you like?" Obviously the answer is mango. I like mango. The student would stand up there and look at me like,
"Hey? Nani?
Nani? And
There's something nanake.
Yeah. And to be honest, guys, like, you see the ones that try, as Shoni said, I'll try to help them. And I said, I like.
Yes, because you see that they genuinely want
but
to
some
learn.
of them that are really acting dumb, I just let them stand there and be a fool. I'm like, "What fruit do you like?" And they dare and they do this, and I'm like, "What fruit do you like?" Like, I'm not trying to help. You know what I mean? Because it's annoying. Like, you just told me. But because they're so stuck on memorizing their introductions, they don't know the meaning. So if somebody asks you a question based on what you said, they don't know.
The last topic that I have... What is going on? Oh, what? Guys, so the last unpopular opinion of mine is we're going to talk about technology. We touched on this topic on her channel because we also did the same topic. So you guys can check out her channel in the description box. But for here, we're going to talk about technology and how Japan is not technologically advanced. So like for example, the ATMs, I have JP Post Bank, and at a certain time I can't use the ATM. So like probably 7 or 8 o'clock, depending on the location, I can't go to the ATM to withdraw money. I have to go to the convenience store, and the convenience store that's an additional charge.
For sure. So the ATMs close here at 7, majority of them. After that, you can't use. For me, Japan Post was my original bank. But then I got so annoyed of them because one, they don't have online banking, or not to my knowledge.
Yeah, they do have online.
They do?
Yeah, they do have it, but the sign up, like they have to mail something to your apartment and so I had it initially and then I'm locked out, and because the headache of trying to reset my password, I just leave it. Yeah.
Oh.
So they actually do have it, but
so yeah. No, I totally gave up on like JP Post. I use my JP Post bank account to save.
Okay.
So that is where I save. But like to do business, I use like a different bank that I think is just way more easier because they speak English. You know what I mean?
Shinsei Bank.
Shinsei Bank. Yeah.
I signed up for it, but I just couldn't bother. Like, you know, I just couldn't
you need to bother, girl.
To transfer, because all my salary goes to JP Post, so I would have to send money to Shinsei Bank. And
but you can tell your company to just change your bank account.
Yeah,
that's what I did. I just told them like from now on, please send money to
but
here.
Then I have to. I'm looking the easy way out because Japan is already stressing me out.
I can understand that.
So because everything is like set right, I'm just letting it stay.
Yeah, I understand that because you know the language barrier, it's a whole world. And I don't know if your company has like coordinators who help you out with stuff.
So I think if I wanted to change it, that could be arranged.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know, I understand it can't botherness of it all.
Yeah, like it's too much, and then back and forth and all of those stuff, I can't bother.
But one thing that I want to point out about the ATMs though, even, and because this is another technological thing, because they're so backward and, you know, cash, is it, not cashless, they are cash-based
society.
Yeah, because of that, the ATMs are very functionable. So I have to give them props for that.
That's good.
You can do a lot of things at the ATM machine.
Yeah.
You can update your bank book like you guys got the wondering.
Yes. So guys, JP post, you see if you go over 20 transactions, every time you go to the ATM, they're gonna remind you that you need to update your bank book. Yes, your bank book.
And you can do it at the ATM machine. You don't have to go to persons, and you can remit money to at the ATM machine, like send money to another account.
Yeah, that's what I do. So when I send money to Jamaica, I use this company called Smile Wallet, and I just send it to their account, and then I update it on the app, and then I just send the money to Jamaica. So that's pretty easy. I don't have to think about Western Union, going to this location, blah blah. No, that's too much work. So I always do the easy way out, because I don't have the time to be back and forth and all that.
Do you use Smile Wallet?
Yeah.
I use World Remit for my transactions.
I tried them when I just came here, but they couldn't send the money to Jamaica for some reason. I don't know what.
But they send my money to Jamaica.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why it was. What was the issue for me?
We have to talk about that off camera.
But I don't like them, and I'm not gonna use them ever.
Well,
because I had my money for like a long time.
But
guess
what? I know the reason, but I'll tell you because you know we're already 40 minutes into filming.
That's fine. They wanna hear.
No, the thing is, you know,
I'm speaking for you guys. Yes.
The thing is, well, wait, what?
Where we made? We're talking. Why was it? Why do you think I couldn't send money to Jamaica?
Oh, you couldn't send money because their partner in Jamaica needed a particular document that you did not send.
But they didn't say anything to me.
Yeah, that happened to me. So that's why I know. My money was sitting there for like 2 weeks with World Remit, and I wasn't seeing any movement of the money in Jamaica. So when I called them, they were like, they sent off the money. So maybe their partner, which is JMB Bank in Jamaica.
With Smile Wallet, I do that as well, and they actually, JMB, I think, contacted me, or one of them contacted me and gave me the document to fill out.
World Remit did not say anything to me. It was not in any of the fine prints or anything like that. So I didn't know that I needed to send JMB a particular document.
Okay.
And so it was after I called, and you know they told me what is what. Then I sent in the document, and the money was there in like 2 seconds, to be honest. Okay. So yeah, they don't come in. It's not in their fine print, so I can understand how you would have get frustrated.
But I love my Smile Wallet, guys. I'm gonna leave a referral link so we can earn the money from our phone. So you guys can, because it's very convenient. It's just that it might be a little more expensive than World Remit. Yeah.
Okay.
But they have actually reduced their price, because when I just started using it, they were a lot more expensive.
Okay.
I know they really reduced it. I don't know why. Maybe people are complaining.
Competition or something.
Yeah, probably that, because it was like 500 yen to send for World Remit. I think the time when I tried it, 500 yen to send money. That was very affordable. At that time, Smile Wallet was like 2,000.
Oh, that's like Western Union stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But now they have reduced their prices.
Okay.
So you can send like 100,000 and pay like 1,480.
Still there, because with World Remit, I was sent like when I was planning my wedding, I was sending like 200,000, and I paid like 500 yen.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never paid over 1,000 yen or even close to that.
Well, I'm not giving up my Smile Wallet.
No problem.
Yes.
Check out Smile Wallet, you guys.
Yes, my referral link will be in the description box.
All right.
Okay, another thing about technology is, I touched on this on her channel, but I was talking about fax machines. Like, I personally have to fax my timesheet every month to my company. So in Japan, as it relates to like paperwork, a lot of stuff are manual. Like they don't have a system set up where, I think they're trying right now, but still I'm using timesheet and faxing it to my workplace. Yes.
Me too, you guys. Like me too. Like fax machine. Like I don't know. Like there's so many other options. Like you guys, like email, scan something like some Google Drive
that you can go in and just like, or even just like an ID card. Right. That you can put. I said some teachers have that. an ID card that they put on this machine, and I guess they time
The
them
time.
in.
Oh.
So I noticed that at my school.
I
I don't
have
know
to
if
look
it's
out.
new.
I have to look out.
Yeah.
Because they must have a way to, like, you know, their time in business.
But for me and people in my branch, we have to fax over our timesheet every month.
And we have to get Hanko physically.
Yeah, so
we have to get Hanko is like signature.
Yeah,
Japan,
but it's like a stamp.
Stamp. You will have to get that. But I'm like, there's like Google Drive is so easy. Upload all your employee information to Google Drive and everybody just go on it and it update. Like every time somebody makes a change, it updates. Like they're very backward, you guys. But to be one pro, I would say about the technology is like in healthcare. I think their healthcare is pretty.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
I'm not even sure, but
because I was sick and well, I don't know. Because it's coming from Jamaica.
Yeah.
I would say Japan is a little better because Jamaica healthcare ain't that
right.
good.
Yeah.
But like the waiting and stuff you get through, even though it's like a public hospital and stuff like that. But otherwise from that, I don't see where like their work
True.
hours or
Probably
anything like
a very bad example.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm thinking about Korea.
And even so, like medication on him some there, it's like it's weak.
Yeah, for
So,
true. Yeah.
like when I have cramps and stuff, I have to be taking a lot of pills because
That's
their
true.
medication here is not.
That's true. Their
very
medicine is like weak, like, and because of that I have Jamaican medicine. Yeah. But try buffering.
That's what I use, buffering and Eve.
It's not strong for you? Like when I take two buffering, it really helps me.
I think my pain has a mind of its own, so like sometimes it might work, another time I need to probably take.
Got it.
Yeah.
But the weaker meds for me is like flu medicine. Like they don't help at all. I much prefer sit down and take 5 days to get better than take their crap because it doesn't work. But yeah, very backward when it comes down to technology. Like I always say, like robots and all those fancy stuff that you guys see on commercials, that's not Japan.
That's Japan for tourists.
Yes, that's Japan. Yeah.
But if you live in the country, you actually see a totally different version of Japan.
Definitely.
Alright guys, so that's it for our unpopular opinions. If you have any that you want to share or if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below. Please go over to her channel. I'm gonna be linking her channel in the description box. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell. Until next time, bye.